This video is brought to you by Keeps. Today on Riffs, Beards, and Gear, we talk about my 5 favorite amplifiers that I own. With this whole YouTube gig that I have, I get to try a lot of stuff and I get to cherry pick, and I have some amazing opportunities to play a lot of different guitars through a lot of different amps. And therefore I get to do a lot of trying before I am buying, so to speak. And I have developed a particular taste for high gain amplifiers and amplifiers in general, I would say. And today we are going to talk about 5 of my favorite amplifiers that I own. So favorite amplifier number 1 is my Revision E 1992 Mesa Boogie dual rectifier, serial number 526. Why is this significant? Well, it's an incredibly early rectifier, A. B, it is the earliest Revision E that I have found that has been verified and documented. Also, it is the cleanest early rectifier I have ever personally seen. This thing basically spent its life in a backline rental house, a gear rental house in Los Angeles, and it even still has the hang tag on it. Now, I got it from a friend of a friend, and a deal was made about 6 months ago, and I acquired this amplifier, and it is probably my favorite rectifier amp that I own. The Rev E for me it's still aggressive. It has the aggression of the C and D revisions, while also being the last to use the old style circuit board before it was redesigned and they went to the Revision F. I mean, now I'm getting a little nerdy. However, there's much more bite in Rev E than there is Rev F and Rev G. However, it still has that upper mid range that the Rev C and Ds have. It's just a really, really lovely sounding amplifier. So favorite amplifier number 2 is my Mesa Boogie Mark 4B short head. Now, this is one of the last Mesa Boogie Mark 4s that were made. This dates to 2008. It is an incredibly clean example. And the thing I love about the Mark 4 is it's incredibly versatile, and it can literally do any tone. Doesn't need a boost. And I feel like it does 2 or 3 things pretty good, but it does one thing really, really well that no other amplifier can do, and that is the lead channel. It's the Mark IV's lead channel is uncompromising and unbelievable, and the Mark IV is my favorite of the entire Mark series. Not that I'm a huge Mark series nerd, however, the Mark IV for me is the pinnacle of the Mark series amplifiers. It is a masterpiece of an amplifier, in my opinion. And the settings that I generally run are pretty close to what Pete from Chevelle runs, or used to run on his touring rig. And it's just has that really nice barky mid-range, and oh, what an amplifier. I just love it. During my childhood growing up, I never knew either one of my grandfathers to ever have hair. So every time I would see an old photo of them in their youthful days with a full head of hair, I would be shocked. Well, the truth of the matter is both of them lost their hair completely by the time they were 23 years old. But facts are facts, and 2 out of 3 men will have some sort of hair loss by the time they are 35. Now, while my grandfathers didn't have any options for their hair loss, you do with Keeps. Now, Keeps is a subscription-based service that keeps your hair on your head. Now, I understand being shy of the doctors and not wanting to go see someone in some doctor's office. Well, you do not have to do that when you sign up for Keeps. Keeps will assign you your own personal physician to get a consult for your specific issue, and you will get a year of unlimited messaging to answer any and all of your questions with your own doctor. Now, with your doctor, you are going to come up with a routine that works for you, whether you're looking to prevent hair loss, stimulate hair growth, or just take better care of your hair that you have. Keeps has you covered. The hair loss stops with Keeps, and get 50% off of your first order by clicking the link down below in the description or going on over to keeps.com/riffsandbeards. That is KEEPS.com/riffsandbeards. Favorite amplifier number 3 is a PV 5150 Mark II. Now, why the 2 and not the OG block letter? Because everyone loves to shower praise on the block letter, rightfully so. The 2 for me is kind of nostalgia based, because the 2 was actually the first PV 5150 that I ever owned. I owned a 2. It was one of the very, very last ones the musician's friend was selling, and my former brother-in-law bought it, and he eventually sold it to me, and I loved that amplifier. It was my first real high gain amplifier that I really fell in love with, and I don't know, I just have a kind of a soft spot for it. I also love the voicing more so than I like the block letter. It has a little bit more upper mid-range kind of a thing. It has less of a bottom end looseness to it. It's a little bit more tighter, a little bit more focused, a little less gained out, which I think really lends itself to using overdrives with it. It just has the sound, it has the sauce, and mine in particular, now that I've retubed it, sounds unbelievable. It is the best one I have ever heard, and I've heard a lot of them, and I know it sounds like I'm just like, oh, mine sounds unbelievable. It's really true. Like, my 5152 sounds incredible, and I don't know, it just has a really, really unique voice for the high gain chugga metal stuff. Favorite amplifier number 4 would be my Friedman BE50 Deluxe 50 watt head. You know, if you're gonna get a Friedman, get a Deluxe, either the 50 or the 100. They are both incredible amplifiers. For me personally, I think the Deluxe amplifiers are the pinnacle of the entire Friedman line, in my opinion. And I think they offer the best of what everything Dave has learned and just really refined over the years of doing Friedman amps. The BE50 is my perfect Marshall-esque British flavored tone in a box. It literally does it all. I love it so much. It's so full, but it's not fizzy, and it has this really nice mid-range attack, and it's just, oh, it literally sounds good with anything you plug into it. And last, but certainly not least, my favorite amplifier, number 5, is the Jupiter Effects Omacht. Now, the Omacht is a Sun Model T copy, and it's pretty much verbatim with better components than the original Sun Model Ts had. This is a very clean amp. This is made for dooming. This is made for being insanely loud. This amplifier is 200 watts, and it is just insane with any fuzz pedals. I actually got this amplifier for the original demo video that I did, and it was supposed to be on loan. And I plugged into it and I said, how about I just cut you a check instead, Chris? Because this amplifier is unlike anything I have ever heard before or since. And that is still true today. It is also, in addition to sounding like the heaviest thing on earth when you plug a fuzz into it, it is also physically one of the, if not the heaviest amplifier I have ever had the displeasure of hauling around. And that is why it is on the bottom of my shelf, is because it is so damn heavy. I don't ever want to move it again. So yeah, but it is just so good sounding with anything fuzz related. It makes every fuzz pedal sound the best it can be. And I don't know how you do that circuit wise. However, this amplifier was something that I had to have. And that does it for my 5 favorite amplifiers. What are some of your favorite amplifiers that you've either had in the past or have now? I would love to know what you guys like flavor-wise. Obviously, I'm into the high gain stuff. You're not going to see a Fender Twin or anything, although I would love a Fender Twin in my arsenal. However, that's what's great about amplifiers. It's a personal thing, and you just can play what you want to play or collect what you want to collect. What do you guys play? You've been wonderful. I have been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.